Hello there, Gia.
Hello, Keisha. Hello, everybody. Hello, kind listeners. Oh,
Everybody,
hello?
sorry we're a couple days late here. Gia had a busy night Thursday and
Yes,
Friday, and then
social
yeah,
obligations.
and
Yeah.
yes, and that I suppose that's what life is like for an adult in society.
I don't know.
I
It doesn't happen frequently around these parts, but
I yeah, I rarely go out, and tonight I had a little dinner with some coworkers, and I'm just such a homebody now, and I know why, because like during this dinner, like the conversation.
did you fall asleep?
Well, no, I just decided, all right, I'm just gonna sit here and not say anything, because I, I just I don't
That's
have
very
much to
grown
say.
up.
Yeah, isn't that just sit in my corner and watch everybody? But like
Uh-huh.
for like about 30 minutes at least, the conversation turned towards stories about hitting animals with cars. And I was like, why is this
Oh.
happening? Like that one person's.
Well, you do live in a rural area, and that's.
I guess that is just what happens. But yeah,
Yeah.
one person said, I think she probably said this at least 5 times. I hit it straight on. I was like, were you trying to kill it? But so that was fun, and I thought maybe this
Uh,
is punishment for trying to be a vegan.
that could be. That could
Is
be.
that what happens? Is that how the universe sort of pays you back for?
I don't know, but you just gave me. I was sorry. I was kind of lost in a moment there because I'd kind of until you said that about hitting animals, I'd forgotten that when I was, I think a sophomore in college, my parents came out to visit me for.
Tell a story about hitting an animal with a car? Are
Oh,
you seriously
yeah.
what you're gonna do right now?
Well, it was scary. They hit a deer,
Oh my
and
god! I can't believe it's just never gonna stop.
I
What?
know. Well, I'm sorry, but it was so bad they had to leave the car to be
Listen to
repaired.
this, everybody. I don't know. My God.
It was very bad for the deer, but it was also I was my you know
Oh,
my parents could have been hurt as well. It was bad, it was a bad. Anyway, I hadn't thought about that till you brought it up. So there,
jeez. I guess I lesson learned. Lesson learned,
they didn't
everybody.
they didn't mean to.
I that's not really the point.
They weren't hunting.
I know. It's just let's talk about General Hospital.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
Um, well, and I don't have anything actually good to say about General Hospital, really.
No. Okay. I
No.
I have I should have reviewed it. I didn't review it, but a few things stand out that I thought were cool moments. I'm
Okay.
not sure which day, but I enjoyed the sort of Sophie's Choice moment where Jason had to choose between family
Oh, okay. Okay.
and
Uh-huh.
and Sonny's.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was sort of a novel moment, wasn't it?
It really was, and I didn't know how it was going to go.
I was surprised at how it went, personally.
Yeah, yeah, and we haven't seen the fallout from that yet.
No, no.
So
But
that'll be interesting.
yeah. Oh, do you want to go on with another moment? Another nice
Oh,
moment?
I just there's been a lot, not a particular moment, but there's been a hell of a lot of emphasis on Monica.
Yes, a huge amount of emphasis on Monica, and that's part of, I think, my complaint. Um,
Oh, okay.
well, it's twofold, maybe more, maybe threefold. Um,
Fourfold, and you might as well just take it to dry cleaners or something. It's too much folding.
there's a lot of folding. It's a pleat.
Yeah,
Um,
might be
I just
retching.
roosh, ruching
I'm sticking with retching.
because it sounds classier.
Yeah, I made it my own.
You really have. You can have it, Gia. Nobody else wants your
Okay.
rutching. Um, but the whole sort of premise, I guess, that Tracy is going to go to the wall for keeping the children there for Monica.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a
It
little
just
off.
seems sort of like preposterous, and even when she told Carly she was truly sorry for Michael, it's just that didn't fit with her current sort of agenda. And I just, it just didn't make any sense to me, and it seemed like it just went on and on and on, like all of her conversations with every single person who was trying to get the kids back to Willow so they could see Michael, right? I mean, I just didn't. I thought that was so tiresome and kind of stupid.
Okay, all right.
But maybe I'm missing a point. I don't
No,
know.
I mean, it does seem a little manufactured, I guess, but
Yeah, I would say so.
it's
Yeah.
just an interesting wrinkle just to keep our imagery going here with the laundry.
Yeah, I like that.
Um,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, or
Clever.
pleat, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other part of her agenda seems to be to get rid of Drew, to get Drew out of the Quartermain. And
Yeah,
did she try to order a hit on Drew, or did I
that's fine.
misinterpret that?
That makes more sense. But just like using Monica as the excuse to, throw a wrench in these plans everybody else is trying. Everybody was trying basically to work things out. I just,
Yeah,
I was kind of glad to see Tracy get arrested, to be honest.
yeah.
By a
And it's funny that we
contest
get to
winner.
see that same cop again. That kind of cracks me up that he's
Yeah.
the day player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sadly, this couldn't have been worked out because we know that Monica, the actor,
Mm-hmm.
has been unwell. But if we had
Mm-hmm.
been able to build some
Mm-hmm.
relationship where we'd seen how much Monica loved these,
Yeah. Yeah.
are they grandchildren or no, they're great grandchildren?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But it
Greats?
also, what?
Are they greats to her? Is Michael her grandchild?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so they're
Yes.
great grandchildren. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
if we could have seen that built up so that it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't just this sudden, like, oh, Monica has to have these children here. If it could have
Yeah,
been
that might have
legitimized
helped.
by some back story
Right.
that's
Right.
already in place. But
Right. It might have helped, but also like it makes it seem like Michael's Michael's health and recovery isn't as big a priority to Monica, and I think it would be. And I think
right,
Carly,
yeah.
Carly knew that, and who else said that? Was it Brooklyn that said that Monica wouldn't agree with Tracy, what Tracy was doing? I think it was Brooklyn,
Yeah,
right?
somebody, yeah,
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
and I think she was right too. So the whole thing, I don't know, manufactured. That's, yeah, putting it mildly, I would say.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I didn't take such a dislike to it. I just thought how interesting it was that this all just coincided with the actor's actual death in real life, and that I was thinking, were they building up to some tribute to her, maybe, or what was the thinking on
Yeah.
suddenly dragging the idea of the
Yeah.
character out?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna. Could they possibly use the removal of the children as like what killed Monica? Like maybe the
Oh
character
wow,
would.
wow,
How awful would that be?
that would be awful, wouldn't it? But it
Yeah.
would kind of be a big dramatic part of the story if they did that,
I
wouldn't it?
guess that would sort of help make all of this make sense. you know.
Yeah. I just
Um,
wonder if they were going to try and wheel her in one last time for something,
right.
and then of
Right.
course it didn't
They
work out or
couldn't.
something,
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Maybe. But
but it
there was a ton of that. Just too much of that story for
too much
me.
of that. Okay. What did you think of Jason's choice? Do you approve of his choosing family over Sonny, or?
No, because it didn't seem like choosing family, like Michael's family too. I don't know that it's all the same family. So
So you were putting way more thought into it than me. I was just like, wow, this is a big Sophie's choice moment where this is the first time I feel like we've seen Michael um, show much like any kind of attempt at independence from Sonny. Kind of, I guess we saw a little bit
Jason,
of it.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, Jason, yeah.
yeah. That's true. Definitely, that's true. Um, and I wonder if it's gonna, like, he definitely earned points with Tracy, and I wonder if that's gonna pay off in some way down the road.
Yeah, I was wondering how it's gonna hit Carly and Sonny, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Or if they'll just be understanding. Like Carly seems
Hmm.
understanding always of anything Jason does.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But
But
Sonny,
then
not so much.
not so much. No, I was a little surprised that Willow sort of came to her senses a bit, and it was mostly because Joss. It was what Joss had told her, right? That she wound up repeating to Chase, pretty much, right?
Just the analysis of her psyche. Yeah,
Yeah, she
right.
went from
Yeah,
one to another to a third situation.
yeah.
So that
Maybe
was
that combined with Nina sort of saying this isn't
oh,
you. And
I really liked that Nina. That was like a world class evolution of Nina.
yeah, I mean, we're seeing a side of Nina that is a really puts her in a very good light, I think,
Totally.
finally.
Yeah, yeah. Like where she's
Um,
looking at it from all points of view, really.
yeah, and acting so much more selflessly than she ever has.
Yes, yes. So that
And
was
she was
refreshing.
looking fabulous too. I
She
thought
was great.
everybody was looking really good, and they must have gotten a contract with some kind of leather or faux leather. Have you
Exactly.
noticed the amount of
A lot of shiny leather. Yeah.
yeah, like
Maxie and Ava, your girl Ava.
Maxie, Ava was wearing, and I think Anna the other day had on a leather skirt. I don't
Mm,
know if it's real leather, I don't
right?
want to
Yeah. I'm gonna tell
drop
myself it's
anything.
not real leather.
It probably isn't. Probably.
I
They
guess.
probably come up with some product that isn't as heavy and hard to wear
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
I mean, I've never tried to wear leather clothing really, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I always just picture Ross trying to get his pants back on in the bathroom,
Exactly.
And I think it's not the best choice in clothing wear.
Probably not. No. No. And in a hot climate, although they're supposed to be in New York, but
Right.
anyway.
But anyway, in
Yeah.
general, people are just looking stunning lately.
Yeah. Yeah. So I give a big kudos to Nina. That was good. Her trying to sort of handle, that's not the right word, but when she was trying to talk to Willow and trying to walk that line between like shaking her and trying to be sympathetic with her, you know,
Yeah.
that's
Which
not easy to do.
tricky for a mother. Yeah.
Tricky for a mother, yeah, and Willow especially because Willow was being so unlike herself.
Yeah. Right. So it was nice to see that evolution of her change and when she dealt
Mhm.
with even when Carly like blurted out that she wanted Michael to go to Germany,
Mhm.
I felt like Willow could have like lost it again then, but she sort
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
stayed sort of measured in her response. And
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's all, of course, very soapy because it's like we could take a half an hour and research this before we all get crazy, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Like
like how
Portia, especially. Like, well, I've never heard of it,
so,
so
so it can't be right.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, there you go, Portia.
yeah. Um, so
I
all
know.
of that was silly, of course. Like we're gonna
Hmm.
wake Michael up and try and explain
Uh,
the whole thing. I mean, it was quite silly.
yeah.
Um,
I was feeling his pain. That was sort of excruciating between that scene between Carly and Michael. I thought,
oh,
as
I
silly as it was, you know.
I can't fathom. I think I've told this story before, but I had a bad glue gun injury on my pinky once.
You see, you help put things in perspective, Gia. I thought Michael's suffering was terrible, but when I think about your pinky and glue,
I
I
think that
realize it's
yeah, I
nothing.
think of a friend of mine. This was a million years ago. We were doing some sort of Christmas crafting project, and so we were going
Hmm.
to do crafting, and then we were going to have dinner and blah blah. And it was one little point on my pinky,
Hmm.
and saying this just because the amount of pain I had in that one spot,
Hmm.
I couldn't, like, your dinner tonight was painful. I was like,
Hmm.
I couldn't even focus on speaking because this
Hmm.
throbbing pain was
Hmm.
so, like, that was all my brain could do, was
Uh-huh. Yeah.
focus on that spot. So the thought of being burned all over your body, like,
Yeah.
how is that, how can that be managed by how, like,
Yeah, you have to be really completely put under, and then
yeah,
to be brought out of that.
yeah,
That's,
that's
yeah,
unbearable thinking about it.
unbearable.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's unbearable. It was kind of fascinating because I was thinking, so how how long would it take to even just get him to understand the
What had happened to him, like, yeah,
circumstances?
we don't even know if he knows what happened to him, you know.
Yeah, and then to try to like map out his choices,
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
way that he's
that's
going to
ridiculous.
understand, yeah, that was just beyond, I think, what a person is capable of. But I thought, like, Carly, she did a fantastic job, I thought, just being like in total agony herself.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
mean,
she said something about going with him, and I thought, are
yeah.
we gonna be losing Carly for a little bit too? Like, is that?
Hmm.
I haven't seen anything online about, hinting at that.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know, I mean, but I thought that was nicely acted by both of them. Even
yeah,
Michael, I was feeling Michael's just agony there too.
my husband
And
had to put his 2 cents worth in though, and he said that they've had Carly on Screech for so long. He said, and she's just doing like ugly face all the time, and that's all she does.
oh, come on.
I don't think he meant that she was ugly. He was just like, that's all. He says
I
every time we
know.
go by and see her, that's the look she's got, and that's all
Yeah, well,
she's.
she looks like she's been crying a lot, doesn't she? Her face, her
Yeah,
eyes look
yeah,
like they're swollen from crying. So,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
but
some serious method acting, right? To
I would
really
say so. Yeah,
making
yeah.
your eyes puffy for.
Yeah. But yeah, it was interesting that like in all of those scenes, like even her scene with Tracy, Carly's scene with Tracy, she didn't really lose her shit. Like I kind of expected her to.
Yeah, she's when you think of the arc of that character from when she first came
Hmm.
there and everything
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
slapping and pulling hair and
Yep. Yep. And then she and Sonny and Willow, I liked that they both kind of kept their cool,
yeah,
and like
that's what I mean. They all really
yeah.
like tried to think before they opened their mouths.
Yeah, like because they didn't want to make things worse. Like Michael was so important that they were able to sort of tamp down their natural
You're right. Their
impulses,
natural
right?
hatred of each other at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like that.
What did we have with Drew? We had some scenes with Drew, didn't we? Drew got told off by Jordan,
By Jordan, yeah.
at
Hmm.
the which bar were we at? Someplace
Hmm.
where we were, they were over marbling the marble effect, and that was
Yeah,
distracting me a little bit. I was like, that faux marble is really faux,
yeah,
faux,
yeah.
faux, faux show. It's a little much.
Yeah, I liked that like Jordan kind of called him out on like every response he had was like just super lame, right?
Yeah, yeah. His defense was no good.
No, it was always like somebody else like did something that didn't help, like it had nothing to do with him. And he acts like, they had this connection, so nothing else matters.
Yeah. Oh, and the ending scene where he's the one going to get the kids, like as if that would happen, as if
Right,
you know.
right. Yeah, like that helps for him
Yeah,
to be part of that, you
yeah.
know.
I
Yeah.
have seen people commenting online about how maybe we're going to find out that he isn't really, like, there'll be some DNA test or something, and he's not really going to be Drew or something. I don't know. It'll be
Huh.
some.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering if he's headed for getting murdered.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Because I'm not saying that. You said that. Um, But like they did with Jagger, they made him so unbearable that
Yeah, nobody would
nobody
miss him, so it's
nobody would
okay to
miss him.
kill
So it
him.
was all
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Huh. Interesting.
Because they do seem to be just making him pretty irredeemable at
They
every
are. And
turn.
he doesn't seem like he's that dedicated to his new career. You know?
No, and somebody asked him something about, being called congressman, and he said he got used to it really quick or something like that. And I was like, what a cocky,
Uh-huh.
cocky answer that was,
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
The amount of hubris in that character
Mhm. Mhm.
is hard to take.
It is. Yeah, it's quite stunning. The person he's become. Um, I there was one scene. This is going back, I guess, probably to Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, when Willow was getting ready to take off with the kids, and Sasha came in to
Oh
stop
yeah,
that. You
swept
remember
him
that?
away. Took him for the special cookies. Yeah, which I was like,
Yeah.
what's in these? What do you think?
Some sort of horse
Seems
tranquilizer, maybe,
suspicious. Yeah.
that she got from Cody. Um, and then we can talk about Cody in a minute too. But
Oh yeah.
I liked this Amelia. She looked like she'd been drugged. She just was
Yeah.
like in a
Yeah, that
permanent
was a
like
little
pout.
bizarre, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was funny. Yeah, just sort of slumped over like in this like. I guess you could say maybe a fugue state if you wanted to, Gia.
If you wanted to, well, you said it first, so it's
I'm sorry. I should have let you. I should have set it
I
up
like
for
to work
you.
it in where it actually makes some sense.
I know. I know. Yeah. Did it there?
I'll try it later. Yeah, no, you used it well, but it brings me no pleasure.
And then, of course, Wiley had his little line.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
But yeah, that was that.
oh, and then Cody. Okay, so yeah, so
Mhm.
Cody's back into his gambling ways. We got to see Selena, who
Yeah.
had like weird expressions on her face. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, do we have to
didn't.
worry about the when she walked out? Who
Mhm.
was it that took her out? I was
Oh,
worried.
Geo. I know. I was
Oh,
like, what's
Gio,
happening
yeah. I was
there?
like, do we have to worry about Gio? Is she going to kill him or something? I don't know. It seemed a little ominous or something.
I know that was weird. And again, Geo's like it's sort of like plugged into any scenario,
Yeah. I did like
Is
that little bit of scene we got with him cleaning stalls and
mhm,
stuff for the
mhm.
hungover
Yeah,
Cody and the
yeah,
little sort of bro scene and
yeah. I like that too. I mean, Geo. I still continue to like Geo.
I think everybody does. We're all just kind of waiting for him to be
Yeah,
launched as a full-fledged character and get
yeah.
his own story, which we're gonna get,
Right,
and we're gonna
right.
hate it because
Yeah, we're
it's
gonna
gonna
hate it.
be
Yeah, it's gonna.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of crying and a lot of hurt feelings and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't miss Selena. I have to say,
No, I
I
mean,
don't need a menacing woman. You know.
I know, and we've got Sidwell too, and they kind of hit the same
Ah,
note.
that
Both of them
guy.
sorta, yeah.
They do.
Ah!
Showing up everywhere, charming the socks off of these ladies who should has they. I guess they haven't heard his name. None of these people that he's
I
encountered
guess
yet.
not. I guess not. But yeah, he's very much like a what is that cartoon character? Dastardly something. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
can't think of anyway. But he's like a cartoon villain.
Yeah, who just keeps turning up. He's flying so close to the circle of people who would be very horrified to see that he's, sort
Yeah.
of getting himself insinuated into Port Charles society.
Yeah, so I don't enjoy him, and yeah, in the same
No.
way, Selena was not really
Yeah.
adding a lot to the equation. Although she's just that element of danger that we had hoped Cody had left
Yeah.
behind, and he's getting
Exactly.
sucked back
Exactly.
in here.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't know. I mean, I know you need like good and bad stuff happening to all the characters in a soap opera, but
Yeah,
I don't need it.
You don't. Okay. You
No,
just want a happy
personally,
little world. Yeah.
yeah, just yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, bad things can happen to like Drew and Wiley and stuff, but otherwise,
Wowie zowie. Your dark side is poking out a little bit tonight.
Oh dear.
Let's see, what else did we have? We had some of the nonsense animosity between Lulu and Brooklyn, and then we're gonna have the
Yeah.
hilarious hijinks when Lulu
When she
worked
gets a job there,
for
that was.
Brooklyn. Yeah,
I'm already very tired of Lulu. Are you tired of Lulu?
little bit, little bit.
She's not likable at all anymore, is she?
I know. Like, can we write a female character who is forceful and has strong ideas and opinions, but is also likable? You
Right.
know?
It seems like that should be possible.
Yeah, because I know you and I are both really likable, and we fit those
We're super
traits.
likable. Said no one ever. I would
But
say, well, let's see who on the show sort of fits that description. There must be somebody like among the women.
my girl Ava,
Ava kind of
maybe.
speaks her mind, right? I mean, she's got her own. Carly has her own sort of point of view,
Yeah,
right? And most of the
maybe
time,
Joss. Maybe we could say Joss. Like
yeah, I
Joss
think
doesn't
we
shy
could
away
say
from having an
Joss.
opinion.
Right, right. So what's the difference then? Joss,
Yeah,
we
with
see her
Lulu.
being really kind to the people she cares about and
Yeah.
loyal. So,
And they
um,
keep harping on Lulu not, giving Rocco sort of short shrift, and we still
mhm.
haven't seen her with Rocco again.
Yeah, I think that would help if we saw that she really cared about
Yeah,
Rocco, but
or
we're not.
trying.
I don't. We
Yeah.
don't believe that she does at this point.
No, because she's just Charlotte, Charlotte, Charlotte.
Charlotte, Charlotte, Charlotte. Yeah, yeah.
It's like, Charlotte's got some issues. You might
Yeah,
want to
and
see your
she
cleaner.
she doesn't want to listen to Dante, and Dante he's a good man. So if she's going to be mean to Dante, that doesn't help her case either.
Not with us, no, because
Not
we
with
love
us.
her. Yeah.
Dante's wonderful.
Um, we're a couple of sad old ladies, aren't we? We love Dante.
he's, he's such a decent guy, Lulu. Come on.
He is decent, but yeah, she's. I don't know. I like that actor in the role. I think it's gonna
Hmm.
work, but yeah, I would like them to change things up a little bit.
Yeah. I didn't even like when she went to Tracy asking for money for the search. I thought that's kind of, I don't know, just and then also when she was talking about Brooklyn having all this money relying on the Quartermain fortune, and it's like seriously, I don't know. At this
Yeah,
point, all that sounds kind of like, silly, really.
yeah. Well, and I like everybody's trying to like put her back in her place and say, look, all kind. Like I like that Maxie
Yeah.
didn't shy away from saying that she and Brooklyn were friends now. That
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
I was very glad she said that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Maxie seems able to be honest and super likable.
and she looked fabulous. Good
She
God.
looked fabulous. Yep,
Let
she's
me ask you a question that I was thinking about while I watched Maxie.
okay. Okay.
All right. Okay. So Maxie,
Hmm.
uh, the actor, has lost a pile of weight over
Yes.
the past
Hmm.
year, I guess I'd
Hmm.
say.
Hmm.
Do you think that should be addressed or acknowledged in any way in her character of
Huh.
Maxie?
That's a good question,
Or
Gia.
or are they taking the high road by not mentioning appearance at all, one way or the other?
Huh. Yeah, that's a good question because that would have been interesting if they had incorporated it into her character, right?
Yeah, I just
That
kind of
she,
wonder about it because I think
yeah,
it's a noticeable, uh,
yeah,
you know,
mm-hmm,
and you'd think somebody might like. I don't know what the right thing is. If you don't want to be implying that she didn't wasn't wonderful and beautiful at a
yep,
different weight,
yep, mm-hmm,
but on the other
right,
hand, like, would you want to say, congratulations, you are looking so healthy, or
mm-hmm,
I don't
yeah,
know, should it be acknowledged? I just felt like in real life,
mm-hmm,
somebody would be saying something, wouldn't they? Like, girl,
Yeah,
you're
it's
rocking those
funny. It's
leather
like we're
pants or
supposed to
something.
not see that in it. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's what I
mean?
was thinking. Is it just in real life, if I'd lost all that weight, I'd be like, look
Mm-hmm.
at me. And,
Yeah, yeah. You would
I'd
be
be
like
wanting
that.
people to say something.
Yeah, huh.
It's not
That's
happening. I ate
no.
3 cheese enchiladas today and
Yeah, I got to start all over with my regimen.
the regimens. It's hard in the
Yeah,
middle of winter, I tell you.
it's very difficult in the middle of winter. Yeah. But you raised some interesting questions there,
Yeah,
Gia.
I didn't make any decisions in my own mind. Like
Mm-hmm.
myself were not in agreement about any of it.
No, no. Yeah, it's funny how there's certain like areas where they believe, they being the writers, I guess, believe that we can just separate what's happening to the actor from what's happening to the character,
Right,
you
right.
know.
Yeah. I don't know. I watched some old clip of Chris Farley,
Uh-huh.
and he was doing this great entrance on the Letterman show where he
Uh-huh.
comes, you may have seen it. He comes in and he's just so physical. And anyway, he can't
Uh-huh.
catch his breath. He's sitting there talking to Letterman,
Uh
and Letterman makes a few pretty pointed comments
uh-huh.
about his weight
Huh.
and his
Wow.
fitness. And I thought,
Uh-huh.
we don't like that was a long time ago. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like the fat jokes are kind of the last arena of they were still okay not that long ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they're not anymore. I mean, thankfully, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you watch old
Yeah.
TV shows, people
Uh-huh.
make fun of fatness very
Yeah.
readily without
Yeah.
thinking, like, where they wouldn't make some comment about somebody's ethnicity or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Mm-hmm.
still talking about fat,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
no issues about it.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
I
and
don't
it
know. I don't know
also
where I stand on it, but I just was thinking about it with her.
hmm. Okay. Yeah.
That's all. That's just my little diatribe. Not even a
Thank
diatribe, just meandering musings.
Thanks, Gia. I was sort of scatting, philosophical scatting.
Yeah. Well, if you
Hmm.
make any decisions about it,
Mm-hmm.
let me know.
Okay, thank you. I'll let you know.
All right.
I don't think I will. I don't see myself making any decisions on that one. Ah.
Yeah. Well, is it if you say something positive about somebody losing weight, is it
Mhm.
necessarily implied that you are saying something negative about the weight they were at?
I think so. I think in a way that is
That's what
kind
makes
of
it
the
very
other,
tricky.
the unsaid part of
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
in a way.
Mhm.
And I think like with an actor like that, well, with any actor, probably especially women though, I'm sure they get so much negative feedback online, that
Yeah.
it must be just awful, like having to live with that part of it,
Right.
knowing how
Right.
hard it is to lose weight. Anybody who's tried to lose weight knows how
Yeah.
hard it
Yeah.
is, whether it's 5 pounds or 50 pounds. So I'm not sure I
Yeah.
have a
Just the
point there, but
the attention to appearance
yeah.
is you got to be hyper focused on anybody in that industry. Um,
Yeah.
and that's why I just wonder if she'd be like, why isn't anybody saying how great I look? Or,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Right, right. In her Port Charles community there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mhm.
But on the other hand,
Right.
you wouldn't want anybody like saying the flip side of like, oh, you look
Hmm.
like you put on a few.
Hmm.
So
Right, right. That's true too. Yeah. Huh.
anyway,
Well,
I'm done with it. I'm over it.
okay. Okay, Gia. But I think, it's worth bringing up, I think.
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
philosophical sense. But
Yeah, sure. Sure. We get deep.
we really do. And then other times I just talk about whether or not the faux marbling has been done well or not. But
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Or you recall some traumatic burn that you suffered.
well, it just that I just thought if that spot that's not even an inch on my skin can cause that amount of pain that I can't
Yeah.
fathom. I can't
Yeah.
fathom. Unless maybe your brain can just shut off. Maybe you like hit an overload point and
Well, then you go into shock, I guess, and
yeah, I
that's
guess that's your
yeah.
body turning it off. But
But yeah, I don't know if you have that sort of ability really.
yeah,
Anyway, yeah, poor Michael. Poor Michael.
yeah.
Uh,
So where is he going to go? Either way, either Johns Hopkins or Germany he'd be off the
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So because
Yeah.
either one's going to be effective in removing that character.
Right. Right. So yeah, so let's hope it's looking like they're not going to kill him. They're just going to send him away, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope.
and he'll come back as somebody else in a while.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, we'll
Or
see.
maybe him again. You never know.
Maybe him again. Yeah, we don't know.
Sounded like he was just taking a break, kind of thing.
Maybe, and that's okay.
I mean, he's
We
been playing that character for I don't know how many years. Years, right?
Yeah, quite a long time. Yeah, yeah. I'm sort of beating a dead horse, but it seems unfortunate to me that he was finally becoming really interesting, and now he's
Yeah,
gone.
and now he's gonna be gone, right?
Yeah, and he would be really interesting in this role if he was having to recover from the burns.
Right.
Although they
I
probably
would
put
hope
like a
over time.
Curtis, yeah, and
Yeah,
he'd be
yeah.
fine in no time.
But take like an hour. This procedure is only an hour.
Yeah, it's really like a concentrated bacitracin, and
Right, right.
we're just gonna
Bunch of bag
coat your
bombs.
body in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
back bomb. I've already forgotten what the slogan for bag bomb is.
Yeah.
Goes on. What is it? Goes on fast or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Utterly,
Kudos.
utterly effective.
I wanted to bring up. I maybe want is too strong a word, but Trina and let's see,
Oh,
Trina and she had
I
a
was hearing you in my head during some of that. Yeah.
yeah. There was well, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. You were. But there was something that was there anything about that I liked?
That's what I was thinking. Is that you were hating that whole. You talking about the scene where she's watching him in the bar and like on screen and he gets hurt in
Yeah,
his game.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I don't know. They're just going
You know what?
too far with her being like this like little cheerleader girl, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
But
You know what
anyway,
bothered me most about that scene?
what?
So she and Gio are sitting there, and Gio offers to trade uh, seats so she can doesn't have to crane her neck to see the
Yeah, yeah.
view.
Uh-huh.
They changed seats. They didn't switch beers.
Oh, yeah, I had a feeling it was going to have to do with her beers.
I was like,
Um,
"Oh my god, will you slide
yeah.
the other beer over?" Jesus, like it's just common sense.
I know the beer etiquette and all of that is very, very important to you. So I'm sorry if that upset you to the point where
Well,
you
it's
couldn't
just a
enjoy the
minor
episode.
detail. It's just a minor detail that makes it more like real life. Like you'd
Yeah,
switch seats
yeah,
and you'd just slide your beer and you slide the other beer over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's it.
But
Not
well,
hard.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Gia, because actually that was the point I wanted to make and had forgotten that I was glad to see that Gio seems to understand that she's into Kai and he didn't
Oh, and
seem to be
he's not pining
pining
away
for her.
after. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
No,
glad.
he hasn't really like hit on anybody yet or seemed to,
No, he
right? We
just
haven't
seems
seen
happy to
him.
be good
Yeah.
friends. Although he seems to like Emma, right? Or has he figured
Oh,
out
yeah,
that
that's
she's just a
true.
waste of time? I don't know.
Yeah, but that's probably who they're going to pair him up with. And talk
Uh,
about unappealing. Good God.
Super unappealing. Yeah, there's
They have
nothing to
undone that
like about
character
her.
completely. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it's pretty much like similar to the Drew character. Like the previous Emma was lovely and so
Yeah.
she seems so kind and sweet and this one is just like a con artist and perhaps a
She's
psychopath.
very, very harsh. Yeah, perhaps a psychopath. Exactly. I mean, even a nice chat from Aunt Felicia isn't gonna turn that around.
No, no. So that if we have that to live with, that's going to be unpleasant for us.
Yeah, why do we need another unpleasant character? We really don't.
We don't, or at least not like. I don't want them to be like 100% unpleasant. I would like a more 50-50 sort of ratio between
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
and good impulses, maybe.
I just, again, it feels like an overdone, like when they want to show a girl and have her be, you know,
Mm-hmm.
somebody that knows her own mind or whatever. They do this
Mm-hmm.
overkill thing and make
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
un unbearable to be
Uh-huh.
around.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Mm.
Yeah, even, and this is, maybe I don't have enough information to back this up, but
Don't let that stop you.
okay, sometimes even Anna, whom I love Anna, but sometimes she gets so sort of like her volume is always like at 7 or something like that, or
Oh
she's kind of
yeah,
like a one note person, and you kind of forget that she's funny and she has friends and stuff and she's sensitive. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like
I
especially
don't
when they
know.
have her go into her sort of cop speak thing and
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, when they do that
yeah,
with characters, it's, I don't know, it just seems like they don't completely forget who they are as a human being,
yeah.
do they, when they're in that
Goes
professional
into
mode or
that. Yeah.
whatever,
When
you
she goes
know?
into that like blasting somebody and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
So,
not enjoyable. What did we have? Did we have something with her in the past couple days? Can't remember.
I guess not. I don't think we did.
Yeah, what else have we forgotten? Then we had Trina and
Mhm.
Kai at the hospital,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they've inserted Aunt Stella into the storyline a little bit. I guess just as kind of a go between or something. I don't know
I
what.
guess so. Yeah, like the architect or Cupid or something of this little
Yeah.
budding relationship. But there was a point where Kai seemed to be gazing into Stella's eyes, and I thought, huh, that's going to upset Trina.
I
You
didn't
know?
notice that, but that's an interesting way to go for a storyline. The May December uh,
Yeah.
kind of
But
thing.
yeah, it does seem like the Kai Trina thing is inevitable, I guess, at this point, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of May December, I'm deep into
Mhm.
that Mick Jagger biography you gave me.
Oh, and is it good? Are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it, but
Okay.
he has slept with a lot of young women. A
Has
lot,
he?
a
Huh.
lot, yeah,
A lot, a lot, a lot. Huh.
a lot. Yeah, yeah,
Wow. Okay. Hmm. I don't know
yeah.
what to do with that information.
Nothing. I wasn't shocked or anything, but no,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it also because I like getting my history through like either food or music or stuff that
Uh-huh.
like leads me into it through some other angle other than this
Yeah,
angle.
yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
you're like, oh, okay, that's the year that album came out, and here's what else was
Uh-huh.
going on in the world, and here's
And wouldn't that would be
and
a
then
cool way to approach a history class if you were teaching a college like
no, I
class. That
might
would be
actually
cool.
enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because then you get the whole, I like to say zeitgeist. So you get the
I do know
zeitgeist
that.
of that
Yeah.
era,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
for this in this case, like I'm alive for a whole lot of this, so I'm thinking
Yeah.
also like what was I doing, where was I living, and what was
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
no,
Yeah.
it's good, it's very thorough.
Did you sleep with him?
Not yet. I mean, he's still viable, still out there. Bit
Yeah,
of a
okay.
charmer. He's definitely. Yeah.
I guess. I guess
I don't
so.
know. Would he be on my list? Like the
Your
list,
five, your laminated card.
is
Would he
that and
be?
you only get five? Who said that?
Well, that was on Friends. I think Ross had
Oh, okay.
five. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
How many
know.
do you think you should get?
I don't know. Eight? And can you go back in time and be like, I want, Mick, but 1968 Mick or whatever? Or is it like,
Oh, this just got interesting. Okay, first of
like if
all,
it could be on the, we'll bring a little Star Trek in, like if it could be on the
uh,
holodeck, you could have it, whatever you wanted, like dead
um,
people.
Yes. Okay. Gosh, my mind is racing now. First, why is 5 not enough, but 8 is enough?
I don't know. That was a show in the 70s.
Anybody on that? Vince Van Patten, maybe? Would he be on your
Was it
list?
I thought it was Dick Van
Dick
Patten.
Van was Vince on that show too, though. His
Who's
son.
Vince?
He's one of Dick
I
Van
don't know
Patten's
who Vince
children.
is. Oh, I don't know. There were so many of them. I don't know. He was an
Okay,
unlikely star, wasn't he, Dick Van Patten?
he was. Probably was thanking God every day that he got that gig. He should have been. I don't know why I'm bashing Dick Van Patten all of a
I
sudden.
don't know. You never know what's going to happen on here. Like tonight, did you think we were going to bash Dick Van Patten? No.
Watch out, Dick. Tonight's
No,
your night.
here we are. Is he one of your 5?
I want to know who your 5 or 8 are, Gia. Can you think of anybody?
I haven't spelled it out. I'm going to have to give it a little thought.
Not much thought, though, right? Like, if it includes dead people, then Tom Petty's obviously on your list, right?
Oh, that's a nice thought. Yeah, that's a nice thought. And I don't know,
Dennis
maybe
Franz. We don't know.
Dylan.
Oh, Jacob Dylan.
Franz.
Okay.
Yeah, Dennis Franz. Sure.
Jacob Dylan, if you're Dennis Franz, he's sandwiched between Dennis Franz and he's be like, what? Have you seen me?
Have
you seen how pretty I am? Oh God! All right,
I'll give it some thought. You give it a little thought too.
Okay.
It's this is the kind of thing like if you're married, you probably don't want to be bringing this up with your spouse because you start thinking about their choices and how very different they are from you.
From you, yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
Wait a goddamn minute, like
right. Especially like if it like when your husband's might have been Sam McCall when he was watching General Hospital every day with you. Suddenly it's like,
and you're like,
are you picturing her naked?
Yeah,
you bastard. Did you ever say that to him?
No, but I can go out and do that when we're done if you want.
Throw something at him, just come out of the room all hot.
I think he's watching basketball now, so he's probably not picturing anyone naked, but maybe he is a huge Celtics fan.
Oh God!
Oh wow! I think we've gotten a little tired, a little punchy.
Maybe.
Did we have anything else of note happen? So yeah, Tracy gets arrested at the end, right? That was our final.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah.
I don't know. Will that be just hijinks? Will we have hilarity?
It will be a little hijinks, I think. Yeah. I do
like the amount of Tracy we've gotten lately.
Well, I know. I wanted to be happy that we were seeing so much Tracy, but then I thought, why are they just making her say stupid things? I wanted her to have more of a purpose,
Yeah, but I just kind of like that she's like holding court there in the
she's just in the foyer. Anybody who comes in gets Tracy.
Yeah.
Present your case. Nope.
Yeah. Be gone. Be gone with you.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. We had some Brooklyn finally admits that she had a child, So
yes, with Dr. Navarro, who's I like to see Dr. Navarro. She doesn't have much of a personality, but I do like her.
We could work a side story in with her, I feel like.
Definitely, especially since this is a medical drama.
Exactly, yeah.
It would be wonderful.
But I feel like we're going to have some huge reveal and Chase is going to feel so betrayed and all that stuff.
I know.
Not looking forward to it.
I'm not either. I'm hoping that he can show the same sort of compassion and understanding with Brooklyn that he's shown Willow.
Well, he will eventually, but if you remember, he was very cold to Willow and Michael during some of that, remember, in the early days of that whole...
Right.
because
maybe
he's a little bit of an idealist and a,
he is right, and yeah, you're right. He has a high standard which he thinks he maintains, so others should
yeah.
be able to
Yeah.
also. Yeah.
Is he on your list?
No, I don't think so.
No, he's
No.
a very pretty boy.
He is pretty, sure, sure. But
So anyway, I'm not liking that storyline, and I feel like
no,
they've already. I don't know if Brooklyn, the person, is pregnant in real life, but I noticed they had her with a large handbag and a coat in front of her for a lot of. I was like, they better move this storyline along quick if they're
yeah,
already,
I know
you
she's
know.
gonna be carrying like large, like a duffel bag soon,
Yeah, when
just
they
for
start
no
doing that.
reason. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've already got like a big jacket on her, and it's like,
Mhm. Mhm.
so I wouldn't be surprised if that storyline gets moving fast.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Where would she? But well, you think they're gonna make her pregnant then?
Wouldn't they? Won't they have to quickly,
Quickly, they have to be very
or have
quickly.
her like leave because her marriage breaks up over this or something? Like they could have her leave, I suppose.
I
I
guess.
mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about what they're gonna do very much, but I don't know.
I
We'll
don't know,
see. I
but
guess.
yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. But maybe it'll be the
Yeah.
story we just love the most of 2025. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, how about that? If that's possible, I guess.
You never
We don't
know.
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wonder
Okay.
if Dick Van Patten's still alive.
Yeah. Let's see
Probably
if I
not.
can.
Probably not. He was
Do we
born.
know if Dennis Franz is still alive?
I think he's still alive.
Let
I mean,
me
I don't know.
see. Let's check him first since he's on your
But
list.
again, since we're doing this whole thing on the holodeck, we can have whichever version of the person we want.
Okay. All right. Well, the good news is he's still alive. He is
Which
married.
one?
Dennis Franz. He's 80.
Yeah, so we would do a little opposite sore ass, like
Sore ass? You mean
yeah.
like your ass is sore? What? What's happening, Gia? It's a
No,
little more
that's the term.
explicit.
That's the term for when they age up the child stars on the soaps like instantly. I forget what it's an acronym.
Sore ass? Oh, gosh.
Yeah, but I don't think it has a double S at the end, but it's fun to say it. Sore ass.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm
All
just
right.
saying we would reverse age people if we needed to, you know.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, Dick Van Patten died in 2015, so quite a while ago. On
Okay.
your birthday, June 23rd.
Well, I'm sorry about
Yeah,
that.
me too. He was born in 1928. Wow.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's a
Huh.
while ago. Oh,
Right. Let's see. Okay. Well, he had, yes, kids Vincent Van Patten, James Van Patten, Nels Van Patten. Only three.
how are you knowing who Vince Van Patten is? Like, was he a big actor or something? Should I
Well,
know who
he was
that is?
cute. He was cute. He was an actor. Let's see.
Oh, all right.
And a tennis player. He's
Oh,
67.
I see what's going on there. I see.
You do.
Got your tennis player thing. You're just like your mother, really.
That's funny. I do like a nice one-handed
You've
backhand.
got an
I'll say
you've
that.
got an eye for the tennis pro. We know about your kind.
I guess I used to. Maybe it's true. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I used to like a tennis pro.
Yeah. All right.
Adam,
Well.
our friend Adam, his brother was a tennis pro. Joe.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
I feel like we've probably hashed over the important features of the past couple days in a
And then also some general hospital.
yeah, in a sort of
Mhm.
in an agonizingly disorganized fashion without a lot of depth or intelligence, but
Yeah, that's neither of those things. No, but we are looking forward to your list. If you could come back with your list on Monday, that would
oh
be
well, only
great.
if you have your list,
All right, so we're going for 5 or 8.
however many you want, whatever you want.
Okay, okay.
You could make it like an outline where there's like major players and then the sort of like under players, like the like a one to
Like
eight.
farm league, and then like
Yeah, like a
okay.
you could have a deep bench if you want.
I love how you every now and then get to use that expression as if you were like
That's
a
a
coach
list
at
of
some point.
my list of like my fantasy lovers, and then also to talk about my underwear collection. Like that's
That's where deep bench comes in, everyone.
yeah.
And there the two shall meet. Hopefully. Hopefully your underwear
Hopefully, yeah.
collection would get an upgrade if you were going to hit any of the
Oh
people
my
on your
god,
list.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, okay, all right. Well, I'll think about it. You think about it too, and every other
Okay.
listeners, if you want to make your own list too, that's a fun thing to do on a sad sack Saturday night. It's like
Sad Sack Saturday. Yep. Here we are.
there we are.
All right, Gia. Good job.
Okay, well, that was fun. We apologize for being a few
Everything.
days late. Yeah, and everything
Oh,
else. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
a
we
blanket
do.
apology. Yeah.
All right, Gia. You have a good
Okay.
night.
You too. We'll see you in a few days.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.